What's up, guys? So today I have here a brand new unboxing video. This fabulous ring just shipped from Weta Workshop in New Zealand. This is the One Ring made by Hansen, or Jens Hansen, whatever you like to call him. It's different translation in states, so if I get the name wrong, sorry about that. I am an American, so that's why. But I've been waiting for this thing ever since like high school. I think I've always researched the One Ring and wanted a replica that was pretty much movie accurate. As you can see here, I am kind of wearing the One Ring that I got like a couple weeks ago when I bought that, but I am so stoked to be bringing this to you guys today. This is the exact dimensions from the Lord of the Rings films as well as the Hobbit movies 1 through 6. If you've seen the Hobbit movies, you know what the One Ring looks like, and it's even mentioned in the Tolkien books of the same name. This is going to be so freaking cool because, like, I swear I've seen other videos, and like seeing the other videos doesn't do it justice to kind of what the ring looks like in real life. This is the exact specs that they used for the movie. This is exact dimensions. So this is as close to realistic as you can get with the One Ring. And it's made by the ring maker himself that made the rings for the Lord of the Rings franchise, and his name is Jens Hansen. I am super stoked, as I've said before. So let's get to the review. I'm really anticipating this because, like, as a huge Lord of the Rings fan who sat through, I sat through The Two Towers and Return of the King, and I've sat through all the other Hobbit films. This is one of those things that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. So, like, my nerd levels are like super high now, and I knew this was coming sooner than next week, and that's when it was expected to arrive, but I just got paid from work and everything, and this is just an added bonus to that. So let's get to the unboxing, shall we? So first things first, you want to lift the little top here. There's some foam padding just to kind of keep the ring sealed during shipping. It's not really to it, it's just kind of a box and everything, and I just hit my tripod. But in any case, I'm going to pull out the little padding here and get rid of that because we don't really need that. Inside, as you can see, you get the Lord of the Rings One Ring. This is the Elvish runes, obviously, because no ring is complete without having the Elvish runes on it. They do sell the all gold-plated version without the Elvish runes, which I may get in the future just because it's more movie accurate. The Elvish runes or Elvish script was used in certain parts and was added digitally when they made the film, just to give it sort of a better effect, and it looks pretty cool in the movie. You can see it the first time with Sauron fighting the elves within that huge battle sequence in Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, which is pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your life? But you can see the little wooden box that you've seen in other reviews. But you got the Lord of the Rings logo and trademark on the front of the wooden box. This is a legit wooden box. This is not like another material made to look like wood. This feels like actual wood. I'm sure they kind of like sanded it off and everything before they shipped it just to make it so they couldn't get people to complain about having like splinters and stuff. But this feels pretty cool. It's definitely a nice piece to have, especially like if you want to use this as sort of a display piece for your other rings and things like that. But this is a lot nicer looking than sort of my other display cases. I do like the Noble Collections cases, but this is a little bit better in terms of the design just because it's simple and everybody kind of likes a little bit simpler design. But on the side here you can see it has the Elvish runes or Elvish script, which is on the One Ring itself. It says One Ring to rule them all, One Ring to bind them, and in the darkness find them. It's pretty much the saying that's on the side of the One Ring as well. And then we open this up here, and the actual top of it is magnetized. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed that the Weta logo is a little bit worn off, as well as the Jens Hansen logo is, but still you can see that it was made by the actual ring maker himself. I do like the magnetized thing just because it's kind of like the Blu-ray for the extended edition, which is also magnetized with the cover, so this will look pretty cool. In the thing you can see you have the One Ring itself, which it's pretty freaking awesome. I can't believe I'm actually holding this in my hands right now. It's a size 10, just because my ring finger is a size 10. The one in the movie is actually a size 11, I think, but due to the fact that I want to wear this around and I'll be able to use this, especially when I'm going out of town or seeing a movie or something like that, I can just wear this around. And especially my other rings, it looks kind of decent that it's a size 10, but I mean, one size down doesn't really make that much of a difference, so I'm going to put that down. Inside you get little blue velvet sort of material, so you can place the ring on there, and it looks kind of nice, as like a display piece. For the all gold plated one, which they do have, again, it's a red sort of velvet material that's inside of it. But this is pretty freaking awesome. So I'm going to remove that and put this aside. And let's bring out the One Ring, which is the thing that we came to see, didn't we? So remove it from the baggie just like the other rings. I don't know why it's always in a baggie, but maybe it's just to keep it from getting dirty. There we go. So we remove the baggie, and inside comes the One Ring. Now I am wearing my Hansen jewelry One Ring. I've worn this thing like constantly since I got it just because it's pretty freaking awesome. But this thing is freaking badass. This is the One Ring of Power. This is the exact same dimension size that was used in the actual film. Again, this is as close to movie accurate as you are going to be able to get, especially with a One Ring. So if you're a fan of the films and you're doing like a fan-made movie, or if you're going to be using this as a display piece, this is the ring that you're going to want to have in your collection. I can't tell you how amazing this feels and how cool of a band this is. This is just freaking awesome, especially the fact that I know that I paid real good money to have the legit One Ring. Like, this is just everything that I've always wanted in a ring combined. Now, I do like my other rings. They're kind of decent if you're going to go the cheaper route. But I do highly recommend that you go the more expensive route just because you can get the exact ring that's from the film. And maybe if I go to New Zealand one day, I can bring this ring with me and kind of bring it back to where they made it just to be like, hey, this is where it came from. But for something that I've been waiting for like most of my life to have, this is pretty freaking awesome. I can't tell you guys enough how cool this actually is, especially for a Lord of the Rings fan like me, who's read the books, who's watched all the movies, the extended versions, which are probably better than the actual theatrical release. This is awesome. I really do recommend this. There's Elvis runes on the outside as well as the inside. There is a trademark in the inside of the One Ring, which does annoy me a little bit because if you're using this as a prop, you don't really want the Weta signature inside of the One Ring, but I guess it's made to be worn and to kind of use as a display piece. So in that respect, that's fine and dandy. I'm probably going to use this for a couple videos anyway. So yeah, this is my review of the Weta One Ring. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so stoked to see how people react when I show them, like, yeah, this is made from the actual creator. This is from the actual studio that made the films, Weta Digital, Weta Workshop, as well as New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers, and you know, you name it. I'm just throwing down company names at the moment, but this is freaking sweet. Excuse my French, but yeah, I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth $100. Now, they do come in different versions, gold-plated, silver. Those will run you a couple $1,000s just for that alone because they're actual gold. Mine's tungsten carbide, like this ring that I have been wearing right here. So it will wear off after a couple years of use, but I mean, if you don't ding it around too much, if you don't like try and purposely destroy it, this should definitely last you a good while. It's certainly going to last me a couple years before I actually have to buy a new one, and maybe I will buy the old gold-plated tungsten carbide ring. I don't know, but I'm just so happy to actually have this in my hands and be able to hold this thing. It's pretty cool. So hope you guys like this video. I'm going on like 5-6 minutes now, so let me know if you guys like this One Ring in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys in the next video. Peace out.